Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Now today we are going to discuss on hoisting equipment. Previously in my previous two videos you have already known about different type of hoisting equipments and their parts. Now today in this video we are going to discuss about crane, which is one of the most important hoisting equipment and most commonly used hoisting equipment whatever you can see in different areas or different industrial sections. These cranes. Okay, so we'll get to know all the details about cranes, what are their type, how they are being used, and we'll also know two or three different type of cranes in details. Okay, now we are going to start this video. So previously what I have already said that you have already know about what is hoisting equipment, what are their different type, how the hoisting equipments are being used, and what is the actual use of different type of hoisting equipments. Now in our previous video you have already understood about different type of hoisting equipments like pulley, then different type of hoisting equipment like hand operated hoist, then then grabs, then hooks. Then you have already known about for conveying powdered material or bulk material we have used that bucket elevator. So there are different type of conveying equipment what we have already discussed in case of a hoisting equipment section in our previous video. Now so we are going to start crane on this video. So you all have seen this type of cranes what you can see on the left bottom side of this slide. This type of crane you have already seen in various area. Now crane is one type of machine generally equipped with hoist rope or wire ropes or chain. Okay, crane is a material handling equipment for lifting or lowering a load by a hook and moving it horizontally, in which the hoisting mechanism is an integral part of the equipment. A crane may be driven manually or by power or may be fixed or mobile. Equipment like skaters, lift truck, powered shovels, backhoes, excavators and other hoisting equipment not discussed over here. So we are not including that type of material handling equipment in the category of crane. Basically a crane consists of basically a steel structure, hoisting mechanism or winch mechanism with pulley system, then sustainable and suitable load handling attachment and drives and controls. Okay, so the first known crane machine was Sadov, a water lifting device that was invented in ancient Mesopotamia. Okay, for many centuries power was supplied by the physical extraction for men and animals, although hoists in watermills or windmills could be driven by harassing natural power. Okay, this crane exists in enormous variety of forms, each tailored to a specific use. Size ranges from the smallest jeep crane used inside the workshop to the tallest tower cranes used basically in the construction sites of the high buildings. Mini cranes are also used for constructing the high buildings in order to facilitate construction by reaching tight spaces. Okay, now in case of crane, there are major classifications available which is based on whether they are stationary or mobile. However, it is to be noted that even for the stationary crane, some structural component of the crane is capable of movement for transferring the load within the reach of its movement. Movement of the components of this stationary crane may be linear, revolving or combination of both. Now in case of this crane, basically there are revolving cranes of which the main characteristic feature of this crane is presence of a structural arm which is normally known as boom, which can be rotated through 360 degree about a vertical axis. These cranes are also called rotary crane or swing crane. Boom may be truss type and or it can be strut type. Okay, the lower end of the boom is affixed to a mast base carriage or support against which it can be pivoted and move up and down, which is called actually the luffing or booming. Okay, the upper end of the boom supports a hook or either another end, which you can say that there is either a hook or different type of end attachment, what we have already discussed earlier in case of material handling system. Okay, and this end attachment or hook is basically used for lifting the load. Different type of cranes are grouped under different consideration by different classification. Now, mechanism employed for rotating the boom is called actually the slewing mechanism. Now, three different type of slewing mechanism are used in case of a crane. Number one is the crane superstructure revolves together with the pillar or column which is mounted on the bearing. Jeep crane generally falls under this category. Then the boom rotates about a pillar fixed on a foundation in the crane truck. Again, another case, the entire crane superstructure which is mounted on turnable, which actually rotates about and secured to its non-revolving part. The turnable of the crane rests on a number of rollers running on a circular rail erected on the foundation of the crane truck. Now, you must know that this luffing, it is a very important motion for a boom of a crane. Okay, it is up and down motion of the boom about a pivot joint at the inner base of the boom. Luffing motion of the boom can be imparted applying various mechanisms like rack and pinion, nut and screw, segment gears, crank and link, hydraulic cylinder, hoist drum, and rope reeving system. So, luffing motion is a very important for reaching the load lying at different distance from a stationary crane. Now, when we are discussing about the crane drives, we know that there are different type of cranes under each classifications are available. Basically, they are classified based on their constructional features and specific use. So, in major classification, you can say there are three type of cranes available. One is the stationary crane, under which jeep crane, overhead traveling crane, or EOT crane, electronic overhead traveling crane, which is also known as bridge crane, and gantry crane. This falls. Then there are stationary revolving cranes, in which the rough crane, pillar crane, tower crane falls. In case of mobile crane, there is truck or wagon mounted crane, crawler crane, railway or locomotive crane, and floating crane falls. So these are the basic classification by which we can differentiate different type of cranes by means of their uses and their constructional features. So now we'll get into details of different type of cranes. So first of all, the most important crane which we are going to study now, that is the jeep crane. Now, in case of a jeep crane, the word jeep or G-arm is nothing but a horizontal or near horizontal beam used in many type, which is basically used in many type of cranes for supporting the load clear of the main support. And archaic type of spelling is jeep. Usually jeep arms are attached to a vertical mast or tower or something to an inclined boom. In other jeep designs such as derricks, the mulog did hung from a boom, which is often called as jeep. Okay, you can see this jeep crane in any kind of cinema shooting place, where a camera jeep or jeep arm in cinematography is a small crane which holds nothing but the camera, which moves from top to bottom or bottom to top or any other direction. Basically, jeep crane is a type of crane which has a horizontal member, that is jeep, which supports a movable hoist fixed to a wall or floor mounted pillar, which is actually known as jeep crane. Okay, now this jeep crane is a stationary crane, and this jeep generally made from a standard I-beam section, and it can rotate in a horizontal plane between 180 degree up to 360 degree, so that load can be lifted and deposited within the sector of the circle having its radius equal to the length of the boom. Extreme end of the arm is often supported from a vertical member by a tie rod. Now, from this description, it actually match like tower crane or pillar crane. However, the difference is between in terms of size and capacity and in some kind of specific application. Normally, a jeep crane is generally limited to a jeep length of 8 meters with a hoist capacity of 15 ton. Basically, this jeep crane uses in different type of industrial premises or in military vehicle. Okay, these jeep cranes normally inexpensive, are widely used in manufacturing industry because there are some specific importance of this jeep crane. It can serve individual or group of workplace in a machine shop. It can load or unload from the vehicle. Okay, then it can handle idle, casting and mold in a foundry. It also helps for moving load across shop base, thus supplementing an overhead traveling crane. Basically, there are different type of jeep cranes available, like revolving pillar jeep crane. Revolving pillar jeep crane is nothing but which is associated with a pillar or vertical column consists of a structural pipe. On the top of the column, a thrust bearing of sufficient capacity is mounted, on which the jeep is constructed from a standard I-beam, which is mounted on that part. Jeep can rotate by 360 degree on the fixed column. The column is bolted to the floor or foundation directly to the which is grouted in the foundation. Then there is swinging pillar jeep crane, in which the jeep and its tie rod are connected to the vertical column through swinging fitting supports, and with that is welded with the column. The fitting allows swinging of the jeep and the tie by amount of 180 degree about a fixed column. Then there is swinging bracket supported jeep crane, which is similar to a swinging pillar jeep crane, which actually where actually no independent vertical column is associated. Instead of that, the swinging fittings are wall bracketed type, which are fixed on a vertical wall and which can allow the jeep crane at a rotation of maximum 180 degree. Then there is the revolving mast jeep crane, which is in which the vertical column or mast is supported at the top and the bottom of the bearing. The jeep is bolted or welded to the column, and the jeep is supported by a tie rod. In this type of revolving mast crane, the jeep can rotate along with its supporting column. Okay. Then there is rotary grinder jeep crane, which is very similar to the swinging bracket supported jeep crane. And in this type of rotary grinder jeep crane, there is no tie rod. Instead of that tie rod, at the end of the jeep, it is supported by a trolley from a trolley by a chain. Okay, while the trolley is supported from a circular circular grider fixed to the roof or roof trusses. So it is a rotary grider jeep crane. Then there is traveling jeep crane, which is a special type of jeep crane which consists of a cantilevered arm similar to the bridge grider of a overhead traveling crane. One of the grider is held from the sidewall and supported over the wheels on rails, which is on rails, and laid parallel to the wall. There is a motorized arrangement available for this type of traveling jeep crane, where the wheels makes the arm to travel along the wall. The hoisting device travels along the arm. Traveling jeep crane serves the purpose of bridge crane for a lighter load. The next thing what we are going to discuss, that is the overhead traveling crane or bridge crane. Now this overhead crane, which is commonly called bridge crane, it is a type of crane found in various industrial environments. This overhead crane consists of a parallel runways with a traveling bridge spanning the gap. A hoist, the lifting component of a crane, travels along the bridge. If the bridge is rigidly supports on two or more legs, running on a fixed rail at ground level, the crane is called a gantry crane or Goliath crane. Unlike mobile or construction crane, overhead cranes are typically used either for manufacturing or maintenance application, where efficiency or downtime are critical factors. Now this crane essentially consists of one or more hoisting device which is mounted on a bridge consisting of one or two horizontal girders which are which are being supported by trucks riding on elevated runways installed at right angle to the bridge. Now these runways are installed on the building columns, overhead trusses or frames which is much above the floor level. The hoisting device moves along the bridge while the bridge moves along the runway. Now, depending on the lifting capacity of these cranes, the hoisting device may be hand-operated trolley type hoist or an electrical hoist or a drum type crane trolley or crab. Crane trolley is an independent machine consisting of the drum type of hoisting equipment built on framework which is fitted with the runner wheels. Now, in case of the configuration, you can say that while sharing the major components, overhead cranes are manufactured in a number of configurations based on application, like EOT crane or electric overhead traveling crane, which is most common type of overhead crane found in many factories, and these cranes are electrically operated by control pendant, radio or remote pendant, or from an operator cabin attached to the crane. Okay. This EOT crane is one of the most common type overhead crane. EOT crane extensively used in the warehouse, workshop and stock ground up piling, unloading or relocating heavy load. Generally, if I speak that the EOT crane is equipped with the mechanical means to realize that traveling is not only in both directions but also it can raise or lower the heavy load easily. If you pay attention to the EOT crane, it is actually forbidden to use in the explosive or combustible or corrosive environment. Now there are different type of EOT crane available, like single girder EOT crane, double girder EOT crane. Okay, basically this type of EOT crane, they are used for different arrangement and different industrial areas, which is basically based on their different aspects. The major advantage of overhead traveling crane is nothing but it does not interfere with the work on the floor. The major advantage of overhead traveling bridge crane is that it does not interfere with work on the floor. Okay, so it can move materials over the working zone. Basically, it can reach the entire rectangular area bounded by the bridge length and runway length. This runway can be extended beyond the building supported by column. Okay, then capacities may vary. Then these bridge cranes can be designed and built as per requirements by the specialist company. Basically, these cranes are mainly used in heavy machine shops. Okay, there are different type of bridge cranes are available, which is based on their moving or loading capacity, like light duty bridge crane, which can which can hand propel, it can lift up to 5 tons. Then there is medium duty, which is used in factories and warehouses, which can lift up to 5 to 20 ton. Then there is heavy duty, which is 20 to 50 ton, used in foundries, heavy shops. Then there is extra heavy duty, which is used in steel plants or docks, which can carry over 50 tons. Now, basically the design of the traveling bridge crane, it can be defined by either top running or bottom running. Now the bridge girders of a top running crane are carried on a top of the end trolley. The girders of the bottom running crane are suspended from the end trolley. The hoisting device is also a top running or bottom running in corresponding design. Bottom running bridge cranes are generally limited to 10 tons capacity. In case of major specification of a bridge crane, you can say lifting capacity, span of the crane, hook lift, hoisting speed, hoist travel speed, and long travel speed of the bridge. That is the major specifications. Now these specifications are only limited to 1000 ton lifting capacity, 40 meter span, 10 to 20 meters per minute hoisting speed, and up to 30 meter per minute hoisting travel speed level. Okay, two speeds of hoisting are provided in many crane, as you can divide in different type of application. The next, there are one type of crane which is known as gantry crane. It is nothing but a which have a girder or bridge on which the hoisting operate or similar to an overhead traveling chain, where the bridge is rigidly supported on two or more legs with wheels which run on fixed railways at the level of the floor. The movement of the gantry crane may be done manually or through motor. There are different type of gantry crane available, like fixed gantry crane, portable gantry crane, then semi gantry crane, cantilever gantry crane. The next crane what we are going to discuss about, that is the raft crane. Now raft crane are versatile machines which are extensively used in shipyard and port for unloading or loading of ships from jetty and can handle a variety of cargo. Basically, raft crane is also known as container crane, which is a type of large dockside gantry crane which is found at container terminal for loading and unloading of intermodal containers from a container ship. This raft crane consists of a supporting framework that can traverse the length of a quay or yard on a rail track. Instead of a hook, they are equipped with a specialized handling tool called spreader. Now this spreader can be lowered on top of a container and locked onto the container on the container's four locking point, which is also known as corner castings, using a twist lock mechanism. Okay. This twist lock mechanism, in case of twist lock mechanism, you can say that twist lock or corner casting together form a standard rotating connector for securing shipping containers. The primary use of this locking of a container into the place of a container ship or railway container train and lifting of the container by raft crane and side lifter. Okay, so this is the twist lock mechanism which you can see in any type of a container. Basically, two type of container handling gantry crane, or you can say this raft crane is available. One is high profile, where the boom is higher hinged at the water side of the crane structure and lift in the air to clear the ship for navigation. And there is low profile, where the boom is shuttled toward and over the ship, allowed the trolley to load and discharge container. Now these low profile cranes are used where they may be in the flight path of aircraft, such as where a container terminal is located to close an airport. Okay, this type of crane is selected in container terminal design process, which is determined by the design of vessel and local environment. Now in case of raft crane, these cranes are essentially consist of a long boom which is mounted on 360-degree rotating frame, which is supported on the substructure fixed on a foundation or traveling on rail along the jetty. The boom can be lofted up and down, thus moving the load towards away from the crane. A sheave is provided at the tip of the boom and ropes with a hook or grab bucket. Okay, the load is moved up or down by pulling the rope, and the luffing motion of the boom is often called level luffing type, which I will explain later. Okay, now depending on the design of the substructure, raft crane are grouped into three type of crane. One is the high pedestal raft crane. Then there is the portal crane, in which the substructure is a gantry structure. The gantry may be fixed in foundation or wheels, in which can run on fixed railway or runway. Then there is the semi-portal crane, which is used as a semi-gantry substructure. Now we will discuss the level luffing system of this gantry crane, or you can say this type of raft crane. In ordinary design, when the boom is luffing up to bring the load closer to the crane, the load also moves vertically up, which requires a considerable power for operating the luffing mechanism. In level luffing mechanism, it is possible to keep the load in the same horizontal plane during its movement by boom luffing. Compensation for the dead weight of the boom is achieved by using the movable boom counterweight. This reduces the luffing effort and the power sustainability, and it also reduces the power substantially. And level luffing may be done easily through rope reeving. Okay, this level luffing may be achieved by using different methodologies like topless mechanism, which in which the guide pulley fixed on the separate A-frame in a fixed on a separate A-frame is in such a deposition with respect to the top pulley at the end of the boom that when the boom is luffed upward, the distance between two pulleys shortens and allows corresponding length of the rope to be delivered out of the top pulley. This actually allows the load to remain at the same height. Then there is swing lever type luffing mechanism where the guide pulley is connected with a particular point of the boom through a link in which such the boom is luffed and relative position of the loop and guide pulley go on changing in a manner that some length of the rope will be delivered out or taken in such a way that the load remains at the same height. Then there is 4-bar link type of boom where the front portion of the boom is known as jib lever, and it actually gets folded with respect to the wrist part of the boom, which forms a 4-bar link when the boom is moved up and down. This actually allows the top pulley fixed at the end of the front portion of the boom, which remains at the same horizontal level and achieves the level luffing. Okay, level luffing is a very important for any kind of raft crane when careful movement of a load near ground level is required, such as in some kind of construction sector or shipbuilding sector. The capacity of the dockside raft crane generally varies from 3 tons to 20 tons and outreach of 30 meter maximum to 6 meter, which is very minimum. So in case of the quick summary when we are closing the video, so crane is nothing but a machine which generally equips with a hoist rope to move materials from lower portion to higher portion or move horizontally from one place to another place. There are different type of cranes is available. Now all the cranes they have a supported structural arm which is actually known as boom, and which actually pivoted for moving up and down, and this movement is actually known as luffing or booming. 3 types of basic cranes you can see. One is stationary, another is stationary revolving, and another is mobile crane. Now in case of these 3 type of crane, you can say there are jib cranes, there are tower crane, there are raft crane, there are EOT crane or overhead crane or bridge crane. So in case of a jib crane, there is a horizontal member which is actually known as jib or boom, which supports a movable hoist which is fixed on a wall. In case of a bridge crane, there is or overhead crane, there is a overhead runways built for movement of the crane. And last one is the raft crane, or you can say the container crane, which is used in shipyard or dockyard, where by which the unloading and loading of the containers from ship to the warehouse is done by this type of raft crane. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. If you don't understand at any point of this video, please comment at the comment section. Please like my video, share if you can, and please subscribe my channel by clicking this link. Thank you for watching.